Salve Discipuli. Today we're going to be continuing chapter 10. So you're going to need to be on page 68 in your books. So make sure you go ahead and go there and we'll get started. The last lesson was on finding the stem and declension for all of our nouns. Just to review that real quickly, we have first declension nouns, which end in I in your vocabulary. Second declension, which would be like us-e in the vocabulary. And then any third declension nouns, which is our new chart. Third declension nouns will be the ones where the second form ends in an is, an is. We're gonna go ahead and repronounce our vocabulary words again. So I'd like for you to follow along and actually pronounce them with me this time, and we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Corpus, corporis. Caput, capitis. Ferum, feri. Iter, itineris. Juvenis, juvenis. Mater, matris. Pater, patris. Rex, regis. Ripa, ripai. Revus, revi. Uxor, uxoris. Tyrannus, tyranni. Deleo, delere, delevi, deletum. Nato, natare, natavi, natatum. Servo, servare, servavi, servatum. Tempto, temptare, temptavi, temptatum. Timeo, timere, timui. Timidus, timida, timidum. And etiam. So remember, those are your vocabulary words for chapter 10. Your list is going to be due on April 8th, so be working on that and make sure you upload it when you finish. There's also a Vulgate assignment for this chapter, which you'll see on RenWeb. You'll need to read Psalm 2, and then I've attached the Latin version. You'll find 3 words that you can figure out the meaning for and post them on the discussion wall. And if you have any questions about any of that, feel free to chat me and let me know. Okay, so third declension endings are what we're going to be working on today. These are found at the bottom of page 69, so you're going to need to look at that. Hopefully you've filled them in on your reference sheet already. The masculine and feminine chart is on the bottom of page 69. The neuter chart is at the top of page 70, and we'll get to that in a later lesson. Today we're just going to be focusing on third declension, masculine/feminine. So these endings are only going to apply to our third declension nouns that are either masculine or feminine in gender. And if you look at the bottom of page 69, they give you the endings, and I'm going to go over those with you. These are how you pronounce third declension endings. The nominative singular is an asterisk or a star. What that means is there is no extra ending that you would put on the first form from the vocabulary. For the example, they give is rex, regis, and then uxor, uxoris in that chart. So if you look at rex, regis, if you would go to find the stem, you would go to the second form and take off the is. But the nominative singular is rex because that is the first word that you find in the vocabulary form. So the nominative singular is a star, genitive singular is is, dative is e, accusative m, and ablative a. So make sure that you're looking at those and knowing how to pronounce them. The plural side, nominative ace, genitive dative ibus, accusative ace, and ablative ibus. So for your assignment for today, what you're going to be doing is declining a third declension word using these endings. So your first task is going to be finding the stem. Make sure that you do that before you start declining. So you'd find the stem of your word, go to the second form, take off the is. That's your stem. You're going to use the stem for every single one of these forms except the nominative singular. Whatever is listed in the vocabulary as the first form, that's what goes in the nominative singular. Everything else will be using the stem and then adding our new endings that we just went over. If you look at the declension of Rex, it's the second one in the chart. So notice that nominative singular is rex. That's just the first form that you see from the vocabulary list. Then they use the stem for the rest. The stem is reg, and then they add the endings from there. So second form is regis, dative is regi, accusative regem, ablative rege, and then plural nominative is reges, genitives regum, dative regibus, accusative reges, and then ablative regibus. They give you one more example, and that is uxor, uxor, uxoris. So the nominative singular is just that first form that we see in the vocabulary, uxor, and then they use the stem uxor and then add the rest of the endings. In your assignment for today, you're going to be declining a word just like that, putting it in a chart exactly like that, but the only other thing you need to do is translate. Don't forget to translate your chart. Remember to use of for genitive, to or for dative, and then by, with, or from for ablative. And if you need any help at all or have any questions, always feel free to chat me and we'll figure it out. So don't forget about your vocabulary list. Be working on that now. The sooner you do it, the better it will be, but it's not due until April the 8th. Your Vulgate assignment is also due April the 8th. And then we'll have a few more assignments for chapter 10 as we go. Make sure that you're watching these video lessons before you do the assignment. That will help you tremendously. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you later. Well, lete discipuli.